The night had started like any other: laughter, cocktails, and the kind of southern charm that only New Orleans could deliver. But what was meant to be a light-hearted evening among friends quickly turned into one of the most uncomfortable moments fans have ever seen on 90 Day Fiance. Jovi Dufresne, known for his quick wit and occasional lack of filter, crossed a line that even he didn't realize he was stepping over until it was too late. The victim of his careless joke? His wife, Yara, the Ukrainian beauty who had stood by him through culture clashes, homesickness, motherhood, and every messy adventure in between. And this time, it wasn't just a disagreement between the two, it happened in public, in front of everyone. A night out gone wrong. The couple had joined their friends for a casual dinner. Cameras rolled as the group swapped stories, toasted to good times, and laughed about everything from parenting fails to travel mishaps. Yara, always polished and radiant, wore a fitted cream dress with gold hoops, effortlessly elegant as usual. But as she spoke passionately about adjusting to life in America, Jovi decided to lighten the mood. With a smirk and a raised eyebrow, he joked, "Well, you spend more time in front of the mirror than with me, so I guess America made you a little too fancy." The table chuckled at first, but Yara's smile froze. The camera zoomed in on her eyes, and that familiar mixture of hurt and disbelief washed over her face. The laughter that followed felt heavier than the jazz music playing in the background. "That's not funny, Jovi," she said softly, but firmly, and just like that, the air shifted. Fans react immediately within minutes of the episode airing. Social media exploded. Fans were quick to call Jovi out for publicly embarrassing his wife. "You never mock your partner in front of friends. That was mean. Not funny," one fan wrote. Yara looked humiliated, and you could see the light go out in her eyes. Another tweeted, "Jovi needs to learn respect. Yara's confidence is her power, not something to joke about." A Reddit user commented, "It wasn't the first time Jovi's humor had rubbed viewers the wrong way. His sarcasm has long been a double-edged sword, sometimes charming, other times cutting. But this time, fans agreed, he went too far." Behind the smile, Yara's real feelings. Later in a confessional segment, Yara opened up about how much the moment had affected her. "You know, I try so hard to look good for him, for myself, for my confidence," she said, wiping away a tear. "And when he makes a joke like that, in front of people, it makes me feel small, like I'm a joke too." Those words hit hard, because anyone who's followed Yara's journey knows that she's more than her glamorous style or her strong accent. She's a woman who left her country, her family, and everything familiar to build a life in America. She's a devoted mother to little Mila, a businesswoman, and someone who has fought to find balance in a marriage that hasn't always been easy. Her confidence, her style, and her self-care are not vanity, they're her armor. And for her husband to mock that? It cut deep. Jovi's realization the next day. After a night of awkward silence and reflection, Jovi sat down in front of the camera. His usual grin was gone. "I messed up," he admitted. "I thought I was being funny. I didn't mean to hurt her. But looking back, I see how that came off." Yara's been through a lot. She deserves to be lifted up, not torn down. Even the producers seemed taken aback by his honesty. "I'm not the best at expressing myself," he continued. "I make jokes when I should probably be saying how proud I am of her. She's strong, she's beautiful, and sometimes I forget to tell her that instead of making dumb jokes." The apology when the scene cut to the couple at home. Tension filled the air. Yara was folding laundry, quiet, detached. Jovi approached her cautiously. "Yara," he began, "can we talk?" She didn't look up at first. "What do you want to say?" He sighed. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel bad. I thought it was just a joke, but I see now it wasn't funny. I shouldn't have said that in front of our friends. You didn't deserve that." For a moment, silence. Then Yara turned, her eyes soft but guarded. "You know, Jovi," she said, "I don't want a husband who jokes at my expense. I want a husband who protects me. You can be funny, but not when your joke makes me feel less." Jovi nodded, his voice breaking slightly. "You're right. I'm sorry, baby. I'll do better." And just like that, she stepped closer, rested her head on his chest, and whispered, "That's all I wanted." Growth in real time. The apology scene may have lasted only a few minutes, but it showed something fans have been waiting for: real growth from Jovi. He's always been portrayed as the fun-loving, party-going Louisiana guy with a mischievous streak, but beneath the playful exterior, moments like this remind fans that he's capable of reflection, remorse, and change. In a follow-up confessional, he said something that melted hearts everywhere: "Yara's my wife, and I should be her biggest supporter. Sometimes I act like an idiot, but I know I'm lucky to have her. I want her to always feel loved even when I joke around. That's the Jovi fans want to see, the husband who recognizes that love isn't just about gifts or laughter. It's about respect and accountability. Yara's grace and strength fans praised Yara's reaction too, not for being silent or for giving too quickly, but for how she handled herself with grace. She didn't yell. She didn't humiliate him back. She simply stated how she felt, clearly and confidently. That's Yara's quiet power. She's fiery, yes, but she knows her worth. Instead of fighting, she taught a lesson, one that countless women watching could relate to. In her confessional, she shared, "I love Jovi, but I also love myself. I can't let anyone, even my husband, make me feel small. If I don't stand up for myself, then who will?" That line alone sent chills through the fandom. It wasn't just reality TV, it was real life. Fans applaud the couple's honesty after the episode aired. Fans flooded social media again, but this time, with support. This is what growth looks like. Jovi owned it. Yara communicated, "It's called maturity." I love seeing real conversations like this. Every couple messes up, but it's how you fix it that matters. Yara handled that like a queen. Jovi's apology felt genuine. Bravo. Some even dubbed it one of the most emotionally mature moments in 90 Day Fiance history. A lesson in respect at its core. This episode wasn't just about a careless joke. It was about the importance of respect in relationships. Jokes, especially in public, carry power. What one person sees as playful, the other may feel as painful. And when it's your partner, the person who's supposed to make you feel safe, that sting goes even deeper. Jovi learned that the hard way, but in doing so, he reminded viewers that love isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Life after the episode. In a recent Instagram Live, the couple addressed the incident directly. Jovi laughed nervously and said, "I'm never making jokes about her again, y'all." Yara smirked, "At least not in public." They both laughed, showing that despite the tension, their bond was still strong. She later added, "We argue, we make mistakes, but we also grow. I'm proud of him for saying sorry. That means a lot to me." Their chemistry, fiery yet tender, remains one of the most dynamic on the show. Fans continue to root for them, not because they're perfect, but because they're real. A love that evolves. Every relationship has breaking points. What matters is how you come back from them. For Jovi and Yara, this episode marked a turning point, a moment where ego stepped aside and empathy took over. Jovi's apology wasn't scripted or forced. It came from the heart. And Yara's forgiveness wasn't naive. It came from strength. Together, they showed that love isn't just champagne and travel, it's communication, humility, and respect. As one fan perfectly put it, they fight, they cry, they grow. That's marriage. And maybe that's why people love them so much.